Do you use like the TikTok editing app or like so like there's a little what is it? It's not TikTok.
CapCut.
It's oh
CapCut? Is that
Like everyone uses CapCut. I use
so it's
TikTok.
AppCut?
CapCut is like what I see most people using, but I just use TikTok.
I also
Oh,
just
okay.
use TikTok. Well, no, I don't. Not anymore. But when I inevitably post more TikToks, I'll probably use it.
Okay. Well, so I was
TikTok
wondering about that
supremacy.
because I did want to check that out and I wanted to see because I do want to keep up with that, but I kind of want to like these are rough starts. Which the point is this content fits me, and I don't know why I haven't started this earlier. It's like I'm really good at not wanting to do a lot of editing, so like why not 1 minute quick little videos that make people smile?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going for, meow, and yeah, then my little TikTok journey. Welcome on into this episode of Bark.
You want to try again?
Yeah, I fucked that up.
Leave that in though. You leave that in.
I stumble on the side. Welcome on into this episode of Bark.
Bark.
Oh, that was cute.
Thank you.
Also, both of you are beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was
You
my
as well, of course.
That was my positive post. I was just saying people are beautiful and not to listen to that ugly voice in their head.
That's good. I needed that today.
No, seriously.
It's been a rough one.
Listen
boys.
to me. Listen to me. Don't listen to that fucking voice in your head. It's not cool. I know better than that voice.
Damn. I saw this one post where it was like,
Mhm.
it was like a fox and a beaver, and the fox was like waving bye to his friend, and it was like shadow version of the fox was like, your friend secretly hates you, and the fox was like, are you calling my friend a liar? And he punched the shadow.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those voices in our heads, I mean, they're always going to be there. Because there's always going to be like some sort of like insecurity, right? But that's the thing, is it's just insecurities. It's not the truth. And just do exactly what the fox did and punch the voice.
Yeah.
Not yourself though. Please don't literally punch yourself.
Please don't.
Unless you're into that, then have a safe word for yourself.
For yourself. You're
Dude, we all need a safe word for ourselves sometimes.
That's
you ever looking
true,
in the
man.
mirror and you're
Oh,
giving yourself
God.
quite the affirmation and you're like, I need a safe word.
I mean, honestly, so I had a really negative self-image of myself for a long time. I still don't think I'm like a great looking person by any means, but like I used to like legitimately like think I was ugly and hated myself. The hate myself was a whole different thing, and I it actually kind of helps out. People advise this. It sounds silly to a point, but it works. Just every single day, you got to tell yourself like something nice about yourself. The slow like every single day affirmation and like positive comment to yourself will slowly start like switching that negative self-image around.
yeah.
It doesn't. It's like perfect, but it's
Yeah,
a
it's
start.
one
You
of
got to
those-
take steps, right?
It's one of those things, like, it does work. There's also a way to deprogram your brain, though, so you do have to mix it up.
Oh yeah.
If you say the same thing every single day, your brain starts, like, not recognizing it. Kind of like how like and subscribe no longer works on people.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
I
There's-
thought
there's
about
a
that.
there's very interesting psychology into words of affirmation.
I thought about that the other day. We just kind of stopped doing the like and subscribe joke.
Oh god.
This is
like
your
and
reminder
subscribe.
too.
In the comments below, you're beautiful, and like and subscribe.
That's why I
In the comments below, name one thing you love about yourself.
yeah, do that right now.
Zax is crying.
Oh no, that's your dog, right?
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Oh my god! I just looked at Telegram and saw the reference to the tweet that you were talking about, and yes, Facebook Marketplace is wild.
Oh wait, what? Let me look.
Yeah,
at
go
it.
look at it. It's great. It's pretty
Oh
damn.
yeah, I
funny.
saw that earlier.
It's the read it in their voices.
Does
For
it come
those
with the books?
for
I
those
mean-
who are curious, it's like a Facebook Marketplace, like a horror story. But someone said read it in their voices, and they posted Bob's Burger and his friend. I forget that dude's name.
Bill? I have no idea.
I haven't-
Jerry? No, it's not
Jerry
Jerry. What
sounds
the
right.
fuck is his name?
Are you sure it's not Jerry?
I don't know. It's not Jerry. I don't think it is.
Jerry in the driver's seat.
What is his name?
I'm looking.
The guy
it up.
from Bob's Burgers, who
I'm
always
Googling it.
he's like always eating at Bob's restaurant.
Bald.
Yeah, I actually haven't watched a
guy
lot of
from
Bob's Burgers. It's not something I watched a whole lot of in general.
It's Teddy.
It's Teddy. Fuck.
That's his name.
Fuck me.
I am gonna follow you.
Me?
Ruby, am I following you on TikTok? Sorry, I'm here. I'm just also multitasking.
I'm PureRubyDragon on TikTok.
Damn.
Dragon D.
Shameless self plug. Are you still posting TikToks, Ruby? Or
No,
oh, okay, me neither.
I haven't in a while.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get back into it because
I'm
I
a-
want to because it's
No,
fun.
it is
I have a
fun.
Fucking questioned Misha B. Barkin.
What's up?
I start typing in Misha B. Barkin, and of course, the first result is Misha B. Barkin. The second search result is Misha B. Barkin drama.
I have no idea.
Yo,
I don't
So-
click on that while we're
yo,
doing this.
I'm gonna go to
No,
TikTok
no,
right
please
now.
don't.
What's
No.
going on here?
Dude, I don't know. And I am already having a rough day, so I don't want to dive into drama about myself.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
we're gonna walk away
All
from this.
right. I was
It's
Walk
just,
away from
probably-
this.
If I had to
I'll-
guess, it's like ABDL stuff. And they're like,
Alright.
he's the worst person imaginable, blah, blah, blah.
so I'm
Dude,
gonna help
I'm
you
the
out
worst
here.
person imaginable, but that's because I dress up like a dog.
Yeah, same here.
And you use a litter box too.
I can't think of
Yeah.
any other drama I was in.
And you fuck it. Canceled. That's what he's
Get
canceled.
out of here, you fucking
Get out of
animal
here.
costume.
Get out of here, you animal. All right. No. The quickest things because I did click it. It's just your videos. I think it just has to do with they're not.
Okay.
It's not drama about you as much as it may just be stuff you've posted on
Thank God.
TikTok about certain dramas. So
I just like,
good news is
I know there's people that say shit behind my back, and I, let
Oh,
them.
yeah.
I'm not gonna look into it. Like there was a TikTok that like somebody else posted on Twitter where it was like I duetted somebody like flipping pancakes, and they gave the pancakes like a pat with the spatula.
Oh
And I was
yeah,
like,
and you
good
say
boy.
good boy.
Good boy! Like every time they do it, someone retweeted that, or someone posted that, and I retweeted it and was like, oh hey, that's me. And I checked on the original one, and it's kind of blown up. And, like, there's some people that are like, oh, my God, I'm not a boy anymore. I'm not a furry, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you guys are so fucking weak. You guys are the
I'll
weakest
say-
fucking people I've ever
I'll
met.
say this. So I saw that on Twitter and I was listening to it. Like Andy didn't see the context of it, but he heard it. And he was walking by me and he was like, are you watching porn?
No, God damn it.
And I said yes, and then I showed him what I was watching, and he's like, "Is this like a fetish thing?" And I go, "No, it's not. It's not really porn."
It wasn't even like, it didn't even like cross my mind as a fetish thing. It was just like, you see a dog, pat, good boy.
It hits that note of like TikTok not a fetish, but like secretly a
See,
fetish.
Watching it back,
oh no.
I did
It
use
totally
a very
hits-
specific
it
tone
totally
of
hits
voice.
that note.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I didn't mean to, but
No, I don't think it was intentional, but it totally hits that note.
if it was intentional, I would have worn Rascal. Let's be real here.
Let's be real.
Oh goodness.
But no, it was just like pancakes, pat.
Well, it's like, yeah, I mean, even on like Twitter, but like, yeah, if like accidentally like something and then like you don't realize that it's either like a fetish art or something, and then
Oh yeah,
people are hitting you up later like, hey, so you like that? And you're like, what? Yeah, it's cute art. And they're like, yeah, but you understand, right? And you're like, what do you mean? And then you have to have that like come to Jesus moment.
yeah.
It's great.
Bro, accidentally,
you know what?
Go
ahead.
I was gonna say accidentally like liking smut on main is so much more scary now that there's a For You tab on Twitter, and like it shows you likes that your friends have done. And I'm like, I quickly unlike it, and I'm like, was I quick enough, or are people on my main feed gonna see that? That's not what I want.
So yeah, I treat myself as, I like to be open to all, I'm gonna say like all ages, but like definitely teens and up. But like, I don't like look for interactions with minors, but like I don't want to accidentally like porn where people are possibly underage looking at my stuff, because I don't.
Exactly.
And I don't have an alt account. I usually don't do that. Solace the Wolf as a persona, as a character, is supposed to be, just a really chill, like open person that you can reach out to. It's just always how he's like meant to be. Now, granted, I am pretty fucking crazy on this podcast because I'm unfiltered.
Yeah,
But
So-
on social medias, for sure, I keep that stuff off of there. So it's so hard. There's so much good art out there that I want to like and repost for friends, and I'm just like,
send it to me.
I can't. And then I'm like, and I'm just sitting here like, dude, I should get an alt. But then I'm like, man, I'm too lazy to get an alt.
Yeah.
But I did want to reach back around to TikTok.
Reach around.
I hate myself. I've only heard and I've seen, obviously, the posts on Twitter and other places of like the TikTok hate in the comment sections, And I just want to say, like, something that's like really important to me is like, just as it takes effort, so, to say something nice or to do like a nice act, like the helping an old lady cross the road or holding a door open for somebody.
Yeah.
It takes just as much effort, if not more, for somebody to say something mean. Because again, the whole rule comes around of like, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. That's the point. Is like, for people, I wish people would just realize, like, instead of being mean, which is a conscious effort that you're doing, and the world is already shitty enough, we don't need it. Just don't. And if you don't, and also, yeah, if you interact with it, it's gonna be on your fucking For You page more.
Yeah, dude. It's like, you dumb bitch. Now you commented on my TikTok. Now you're gonna see it more. Which, if you're like me, that's secretly what you want because you don't realize you're a furry, and you're hating on furries because you don't want to admit things about yourself.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you're gonna hate on furries because secretly you're a furry and it's gonna eventually like awaken that in you,
That's what happened to me.
You're gonna keep hating, it's just gonna turn around. But for those who are just trolling and being shitty people in general, just because they can, why are you making that conscious effort? Trust me, our society and life in general is already tough enough to deal with. No matter how well off you are, somebody is internally dealing with something, no matter how small or how large. It's just life will never be perfect.
Yeah.
So why add to that?
And like, people are gonna bully you no matter what you do. You're bullying furries. Somebody's gonna bully you for something. So why pass that on? It's dumb. Wake up tomorrow and choose to be a better person, please.
I was gonna say, and that's the other thing. And it's as
I don't know,
simple.
Misha. Asking me to even wake up tomorrow is a lot.
Well, that's what I'm even getting at. It's like, just waking up's a fucking struggle some days. Getting out of bed can be one of the hardest things, especially if like you're not required to go do something. Like, I have to go clock in the work, or I have to go do something. I know that from experience. Like, without having that motivation, you can just sit in bed and scroll TikTok for 13 hours.
You really can. That was the thing, was like, during COVID for a while there, I didn't have a job, and I was like in summer of school, so there was no school. That was a really weird way to word that. But so like, I had nothing going on, and I would just like spend all day in bed, and it was like, this isn't good for me. So yeah, been there, done that.
I do want to say, well, I was gonna say, back, I still remembered, waking up and being a better person doesn't mean you have to go and like give money to charity or do something like grandeur. Literally, just start focusing on the words you use and the things you say to people. And like, if they're mean or have some sort of vindictive nature about them, just don't say it. And that right there is already making you a better person. Something conscious. Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. Listen to Solace.
Beat their
Don't
ass.
listen to me.
Like, that's just one of the things. Is like, if everybody just like kept the mean comments to themselves, life would already be better.
Yeah.
And I understand a lot of it's emotional reaction, right? You get pissed. There's things going on in your life, and they do this total stranger does something that irks you, right? It just doesn't help you, and it doesn't help anybody else to vocalize something mean.
Yeah. I will say, sometimes I am mean back.
I know.
Sometimes you gotta bite back.
And
I think that's very poignant. I think I think you should bite back sometimes.
Well, and so this is the difference between what I would say is like a stranger. Typically, if it's a stranger, and even if they like turn to you and say "go fuck yourself" or something like offhandedly mean like that, it's still almost not worth your time to even give that extra effort to be mean back, right? Now, typically when it comes to wanting to bite back, it's a more personal thing, somebody either know or knew, a falling out, etc. That if somebody's bullying you and being mean, like, of course, sometimes you gotta stand up for yourself and you gotta bite back. I wish the bullying wasn't there, so you wouldn't have to be mean. But sometimes, I mean, there's always exceptions, right?
Yeah,
I'd say in general, it's just if you have nothing, again, if you have nothing nice to say, just don't say it at all.
yeah, there's like standing up for yourself, and then there's bullying, where like if someone says shit to you, you kind of have every right to say shit back, in my opinion. But if you're the one like instigating it, dude, go fuck yourself.
And also, I'm gonna say, like, just because you do, like, say you do pop off back, or you say, like, utter those mean comments and stuff back, it doesn't make you a bad person. It's just a very human thing to do. Like I said, we're very emotionally reactive in general. Some more than others, and so just I don't want people to beat themselves up over that as well. Just if you can consciously hold back some of those thoughts, you recognize that behavior. It'll just be better in general for yourself and others. I think a lot of people watching this podcast are pretty decent. Like, aren't the subject matter here. It's more for those people, again, who are jumping into TikToks and screaming slurs and mean things just because they can.
Yeah.
The anonymity of internet.
Yeah, like, honestly, a big struggle in life is learning to pick your battles.
What's worth it? Yeah.
There's some battles that are just like, yeah, I could probably come out of this with a win, but like, dude, who fucking cares?
Yeah, sometimes it's best to just, again, not say anything at all to Nazis are great 6969.
Yeah,
like you clearly know this person's there to troll, if they even mean what they say, and if they do mean what they say, it's somebody you're not going to change their minds of anyway, so you might as well just keep scrolling.
There's actually a great playlist on YouTube called the Alt-Right Playbook, and there's an episode about dealing with social media, and something he says in there is never reply to those, because they're just looking for attention, they're just looking for your platform. You can reply to yourself with the correct answer, and like everybody else can take care of it for you. But also something he says is never be too proud to delete a tweet.
Yes.
Oh God, humble yourself, be willing to delete stuff, and if you're in the wrong, be willing to apologize. I'm eating, I'm sorry.
You're good. Humble yourself. Humble yourself, Charles. Is that what we should do? Ha ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba.
I hate it. I hate it here. Shit, I was gonna say something that my brain's trying to figure it out. The whole little ADHD thing.
Yeah.
So I haven't really commented too much on TikToks or anything like that. But I did leave a message on the Wendy's ad.
Which
Yeah,
one?
Is that real? That's not real, right?
That's what they're.
like,
I mean,
price?
it came from Wendy's, and they're.
The nicotine in the drinks?
No, this is
Wait,
different.
whoa,
No,
what?
no.
Oh, I think someone else. I think someone sent me something else, and I just confused. I think it was like Dunkin' Donuts is gonna have nicotine in their.
No.
Nah, there's no way.
So that would be, nicotine's a controlled substance. That's why you have to be 18 years or 21 in most places now. I know in Illinois 21 to.
Yeah, they changed it to 21. Yeah.
Oh, they did. Wow.
Yeah, it's 21 now.
But no, Dunkin' Donuts is doing a charged lemonade like Panera, but it's slightly like 40 to 50 milligrams less caffeine for the same like amount of ounces, like in comparison to the Panera charged lemonade. I do have a Dunkin' Donuts nearby, so guess who's gonna fucking buy one of those on a Wednesday to bring back for the podcast recording?
Oh, baby.
And then I'll do a live stream on my Twitch.
I'll drink the sugar shake I've been saving in my fridge.
Listen, I'm on that. No. I'm on that fucking.
No.
What? Wait,
I'm
what?
ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to die.
Really quick. Wendy's speculation. I would say it's speculation. I'm pretty sure it was like a thing they put out there. Wendy's wants to apply what's called surge pricing to their menu, where if you go to a Wendy's during like peak breakfast hours, peak lunch hours, peak dinner time hours, prices will raise reflecting how busy it is.
Yeah, dude.
And then I've never heard of this concept before. I don't know where the fuck it came from, and it is the dumbest fucking idea I've ever heard of. That's like a fucking like imagine going to Walmart to go buy some cat litter and be like, so like 10 people just bought cat litters. We're actually raising the price because it's kind of in demand in this hour.
Yeah, dude, it's insane.
It's a fucking made product. You're not allowed to just adjust prices up. And on top of that, like I said, if the money like went to the workers, so suddenly from I don't know, like noon to 2, they get paid $2 more an hour because it's the lunch rush. That's a little bit more, I guess, like understandable, but still, no, you should just pay them a better wage anyways, and it should just be a flat rate for what you're charging anyways. But I don't think they're gonna get paid anymore. So it's like, the fuck do you mean? And honestly, if fast food goes to that, like, if I go to McDonald's, a meal already costs like $12. I live in a rural area. If you go to like big cities, it's like $16 for a meal. It'd kill fast food. Why the fuck would you ever? A, why would you ever go during peak hours? B, that's gonna fuck over the peak hours because everybody's just gonna come in the off hours, which will then change the peak hours, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, is there gonna be a rotation? This week it's gonna be noon to 2. Next week it's gonna be 10 to noon.
Dude, and like the thing that blows my mind is that people read this and were like, "Oh, this means prices are going to be lower during the downtime." No. That's not what this means.
No.
That's not...
What you're paying now is what you're going to pay for then
During
at
the
the low time. And then when it gets, when you try to go get that lunch because, you're running that day, guess what? You're paying more.
Yeah, like, you got to take the rose-colored glasses off. They are going to raise the prices. Not a single price is going to go down. I am sorry. It's because fucking Elon Musk, of all people, was like, "Oh, yes, this is great because prices will go down during low points." And it's like, no, it fucking won't.
Okay, I want to read up on this. Wait, so this is weird. So this is CBS saying that Wendy's was exploring early as 2025. They plan to test a number of features such as AI-enabled menu changes, which I don't know what the fuck that means. It's suggestive selling based on factors such as weather that we think will provide great value. So if it means menu changes, are we talking about the strategy also includes so-called dynamic pricing known as surge pricing, which has the cost of a product or service fluctuating based on factors like rush hour or whether it's raining. It says the new technology would use to offer discounts and not to hike prices when demand is high, but I don't believe that.
I don't believe that.
I would never believe a goddamn corporation over that anytime. Very unfortunately, though, don't put fucking AI in anything.
See,
what the fuck?
I think if with the AI stuff, like, because it sounds like it's going to be like adaptive to like weather or whatever. If it changes the recommendations because it's raining, I think that's fine.
So I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to like where else are we gonna put AI? Because I'm gonna say this right now.
Really can't think of anywhere else.
My current job just added, not want to call it AI, but like a robot answering machine for pizza orders, and it mishears all the time. And if people have like complex orders, like it's weird, but some people are either allergic to marinara sauce or cheese. We have people order pizza where it's just the bread and toppings and it has no cheese or marinara sauce on it. But every time they try to like go through the phone service, like the phone service has no clue what they're talking about. And maybe in the future it'll be perfect, but I think that's just always going to be one of those things where just let a human take the order.
Yeah.
I understand they're trying to like add a feature that if you're just adding a large pepperoni pizza, that should be super quick and you don't need to make a phone call over that. But that's why you order online. And if they don't order online, they call in. Just let it be a person. And that's the thing is, like, I don't see where AI could really help anything other than, recommendations. So it's like, okay, 70, as of this recording on February 28th, on the 27th, it was 75 degrees here.
Oh,
and by fucking midnight, it was 20 degrees with a massive cold front that came in. We had a 55 degree switch. So I could see AI towards the end of the night as it's plummeting, starting to suggest instead of like iced tea in the day, switching it to like a hot coffee or like a hot cocoa.
Chocolate or something. Yeah,
exactly. That's fine. Or a hot apple pie, you know, something like that. I get that, but like other than that, no. And if it's true about this whole, we'll try the surge pricing in 2025, you're fucking stupid, Wendy's, and I have another reason to hate you.
I love their Baconators so much. That's going to be a hard loss.
I would love to say Baconators are good. I haven't had one in a while because they keep fucking my order up.
Damn.
My current hate is there was a stretch where I went to New York and I went to MFF and I went to a couple other places, and so it was multiple states across the country where I stopped at Wendy's or ordered through DoorDash. Which again, the DoorDash, it prints out a receipt. They know what to fucking make, and I have not gotten the right food, and it's fucked up, and it makes me so sad. Because I do, when I get a good Baconator, it's a fucking good Baconator.
It's so good.
But that's why I have a hate, like personal hate against them and Jimmy John's, because my local Jimmy John's gave me a sandwich with no meat on it once.
What?
And I don't know how they fucked that order up, but they did.
Ruby, have you ever had a sandwich with no meat on it from Jimmy John's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you personally try? Like, was that your personal order, or was it a fuck up?
I can't even remember Jimmy John's like as a restaurant. So, but like I'm sure I have. I've had sandwiches without meat on them. But like I live in Montana, so I don't know what Jimmy John's is.
Do they not have Jimmy John's?
Yeah, but I don't go to Jimmy John's.
Oh, fair. Okay.
Like I don't like. My friend was like, "Oh, what do you want to talk about?" I'm like, "What does Taco Bell have?" And they're like, "What the fuck, Ruby?" I'm like, I don't eat out a lot.
So really quickly, a direct email from Wendy's PR or something to CNN said Wendy's will not implement surge pricing, which is the practicing of raising prices when demand is the highest. It was never in the plans. It's not our plan to ever raise prices, and it's just something we were going to do. What they want to do, and what I just read on the CBS website was it was misconstrued in media reports that tend to raise prices when demand is highest. What we want to do is use digital menu boards, which can allow us to change the menu offerings at different times of the day and offer discounts and value offers to our customers more easily, and particularly in the slower times of day. I still don't fucking believe that. I understand that they might do that initially, but it's all about the game of inches, right?
Yeah.
You start by implementing, it's a good thing that these prices are going down. And then once you get that in and going, then you start going, well, hey, during the higher times, we're going to add a 50-cent surcharge to all meals. And you understand, right? Because it's busy, right? It's busy. So you guys understand. You'll pay it. No.
We got to make the big man more money.
This is one of those things where I've been burned by corporations and late-stage capitalism too much to ever fucking trust this.
Yeah. Or
so yes, Wendy's, eat your bad PR.
Alternatively, they will lower the prices during non-busy places or non-busy times after raising the prices in general.
Right.
So burgers are $2.50.
Like, oh, wow.
Yeah. Burgers are $2.50. Let's say they'll raise them up to
but...
$3, and then look, during the slow times it's only $2.50. Look at us giving you what you had, but now it's a deal. Yay!
It's another way of it's like an alternative to shrinkflation, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh no, you still get the large fry here. It's still, it's a large fry. And it's like, yeah, but y'all made the thing 10% smaller, so I get 10% less. Yeah.
Yippee.
No. It's definitely just another alternative method. Like I said, if they do kind of that shit, I still implore people to like try and like cook at home if you can, because it's like it's just cheaper. It still is. People like to say like it's funny. I've actually heard people say it's just not worth going grocery shopping anymore. It's so expensive, and I'm like, have you ever sat down and broke down your costs of what you just bought at the grocery store, how many meals that's going to make versus what you just spent on that Big Mac meal? Because I think people like, yeah, it's more expensive, but they aren't doing the cost value, right? They're not doing the actual breakdown. They're just looking at their, granted, like a $300 grocery bill sucks.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like a 3 or 4 person family, and it only lasts you a week or two. So I get that, but it's still incredibly more cost effective than spending $12 to $16 per person for one meal. So. Wow, I did not expect this conversation to go this way.
We didn't have a topic today, guys. We walked into this blind.
Well, I kind of want to see if we can't redirect, since we got a little bit more time left in the episode, to a little bit more positivity. And I was talking with a friend, I was talking with Pip, and I got on the topic of weather, which is something I'm passionate about. And it was like one of those things where it's like when you see somebody get passionate about like something that they're really interested in or hobby, it's like, it's really fun to see, right? And you kind of get like that same energy from them, vicariously from them. So I was gonna ask y'all if you wanted to talk about a particular hobby or something that you're really interested in, and just kind of let you go off for a little bit, and just so I can sit here like Ruby with my hands on my under my chin, just kind of looking at you like, yeah, something a little bit more positive and happy.
All right, Ruby, hit us. What do you like to do?
What's that meme where the guy's like, "What do you like? Sleeping." Well, yeah.
I like sleeping for eternity.
What do you like doing when you're awake? Oh, I don't like that.
So what's your favorite thing about? Oh, okay. You know what? Fuck it. I can explore this. Trust me, Ruby. I can explore this. Do you dream?
Yeah, sometimes.
Are you one that can? I forget what it's called, but are you one that
Lucid
can
dream?
like lucid? Yes, and take.
Wait, pause. Are there people that don't dream?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Really?
There's
Yeah.
people that either.
My theory is that they do dream, but they cannot remember their dreams at all. So it's like they don't dream.
There are people that they realize that they did dream, but they don't remember. There's people that straight up don't dream, and there's people obviously like that have medical conditions like insomnia and stuff where they don't sleep enough in a certain period of time to where they just never enter that like deep sleep.
Oh yeah.
And maybe some more. I'm not a super professional on this, but yes, there are actually people that it's just like there's people that can't picture stuff in their head if the object's not in front of them.
Oh yeah. What are you guys on the Apple scale?
I am incredibly photogenic like memory. I can just in my mind I already see it, almost smell it. Like
Can you
do all
spin
of
the apple around? Like can you 3D model the apple?
Done.
I'm like a 2 or a 1 in terms of like 1 being picture perfect apple. Because like I just closed my eyes and I saw that bitch spinning.
I'm like perfect apple. I've met somebody like they're an artist too. That sorry, the door like slowly opened. Lucy, get out. Out, Lucy. Forgot what I was saying. But yeah, I dream. They say that sometimes people dream, but in like you can't dream in color. You just add the color later. That's wild to me. I don't know
I've heard
how
that.
true that is.
Yeah.
So I actually just ran into this. It's called aphantasia when you can't picture things in your mind.
Yeah, my friend has that.
It's called aphantasia. And it's really funny. Like I randomly will watch offline TV stuff on YouTube, and they did a camping episode in the winter, and the two people that were supposed to build the tent, which being able to visualize like what parts are for what to like what the finished product is a pretty key thing. I guess 2 of the members have aphantasia, and they're the ones that built the tent. So they're like, so these instructions don't have a lot of pictures, so we can kind of follow the word, but we don't know if that's exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Oh man,
that's kind of interesting. But yeah,
that is interesting.
So just like people like that, but yeah, there's people that don't dream. And so, are you a lucid dreamer, Ruby? Or no?
I have a very, very distinct memory as a child. It was an Indiana Jones dream, and we were running from the big rock, like classic Indiana Jones boulder. And I remember in my dream going, like running and going, "Oh man, it would suck if like those beetles from the Mummy showed up." And then they did, and I was like, "Wait a second,
wait a minute,
you did that? How did you do that?" And then for a while, so I can lucid dream, but I have such an overactive imagination that I can hardly ever make it work.
Yeah,
and typically it'll be something like I'll be scared. It'll be like a nightmare, and I'll be like, "Oh man, I really hope sharks don't show up." And sharks show up, I'm like, "Fuck me!"
I have thought it, thus it's manifested.
Exactly, I brought that into this world.
Have you guys ever been like in the middle of a dream and your brain's like, "Okay, this is getting really weird. I'm gonna wake up," and then you wake up?
I've done a couple things like that before.
It's like,
have you ever fallen and then like landed and then you wake up?
No, I always wake up before I land.
Not supposed to land. They say you'll die if you land. Like if you feel
that's not true. I've landed in dreams.
Oh.
Yeah, I've landed and I've gotten up. I've landed and like been injured in a dream and gotten up.
There's a sleep study actually I've been meaning to actually try and do with like anybody who's interested in that kind of science. When my grandpa passed away when I was like, I don't know, I think I wasn't even a teenager. They had a box of like little trinkets of like really like basically non-valuable things that they kind of just let us younger like grandkids pick. And I grabbed a couple of like wind up pocket watches.
Okay.
Again, just really cheap, but they were really loud. Now, when I say really loud in the context of I slept in the bunk bed, and at the foot of my bunk bed was like, it's got like a little shelving, and I wind them up and I toss them there. And in the dark, or not in the dark, in the dark of night, but in the more silence of night and sleep, you could faintly hear those ticks. And shortly after I got those and had those just chilling up there, kind of where I kept my stuff, I more consistently in 1 week had more of those falling dreams and then like jumping up right before I land than I'd ever before. It happened like 5 or 6 times in like a 2 week period. And the only thing I could think of was that the ticking, my brain was hearing the ticking and slowing my heart rhythm. Thus, like, that's what caused the falling dream. And I want to do a sleep study so bad on it. Because I was like, this is so fucking weird. Like, why is this happening?
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that changed at the time. And I removed them and then it stopped happening. So I'm like, I think that's the problem. I'm wondering if maybe it's a slight, like, your heartbeat just slows and that's why you have that dream.
It's interesting.
I don't know. I want to check it out. I want to see. Or maybe it's already been done and I just never looked it up. But I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
So you're not a lucid dreamer, Misha? Or have you?
I don't think so. God, speaking of dreams, since like starting my medication, like my dreams have gotten more vivid. They're longer, and I think I've had a borderline nightmare like every night. So that part of it's not very exciting, but man.
If you're remembering your dreams, my theory is that you're like not getting the last part of your sleep very good.
Maybe not. I'm surprisingly bad at sleep for it being so necessary.
Can you take your medicine and then also like medicate with your other substance and counteract the nightmare?
Well, counteract the nightmare, I don't know, but yes, I can take an edible if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, because I don't typically have nightmares when it comes to that kind of substance, THC.
Zach's screaming so much and it is stressing me out so fucking much.
Oh no, do you want to go check on him?
We just have to finish this on time today because I gotta go. He's got a friend dog here, Ash, and he's screaming for me to feed him, and I can't because Ash is here, and I gotta. Stupid. Dogs are stupid. Why are they yelling at me?
Whoa!
Excuse me.
Wait a minute.
I'm dog racist. The only cat in here is like dogs are stupid.
There's the episode's title: Ruby's racist.
Ruby's racist.
I was gonna say dogs are stupid.
Oh, dogs are stupid is great too.
Yeah.
I wanted to call the podcast Two Stupid Dogs and use the Two Stupid Dogs opening, and they wouldn't let me.
It's true.
Look, I may be a little partial to the name because I kind of came up with it, but
I think it's cute. Yeah.
I think it's cute.
I think it's to the point, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a lucid dreamer. I've had it happen before. I have these things where I become aware that a dream is kind of fucky, like it's not quite reality based, but I don't get that full control.
Yeah, that's about where I sit.
So sometimes I'll be like, wow, like something. It's like a really big itch in the back of my head, like something's not right here. And then actually a lot of times that's like not shortly after I wake up. But yeah, I don't really lucid dream very much, and I've only had sleep paralysis once.
I've never had that, and that sounds fucking terrifying.
It was awful. Do I want to describe that?
I don't know.
I was laying in bed. It felt like there was a figure in the corner of my room. I wanted to move. It felt like my chest was really tight too. So like I couldn't quite get a good breath. And I wanted to move. I wanted to move my arms. I wanted to move my legs, and I couldn't, which caused the more stress and panic. Ugh. And I don't know how long I was there, but that was the experience. And then I eventually fell asleep. I woke up again from that sleep paralysis, fucking shaking. It was bad. I was so freaked out after that. I was like, I don't ever want that to happen again.
I think I've only had sleep paralysis once.
God.
I'm also a notorious, my base personality is a very controlling personality too. If you haven't noticed, everybody. So that was a lot of it too, because I'm stuck. I can't move my body.
Yeah. You had no
screaming
control.
at my limbs to fucking move.
Yikes.
But I wasn't screaming. It was in my head. I couldn't even scream. So it was great.
God.
Yeah, but typically I do dream. I have very vivid dreams, though.
Yeah.
Can go from crazy horror-esque nightmares. I think the worst one I had that really tore me up was just one where it was just really bad, and it was just about one of my cats dying and just being tore up about it. It was and like trying to save the cat, and then she like still died, and then like shit still going wrong afterward, and it was just like a complete clusterfuck. And by the time I woke up, I was just like fucking upset.
Yeah, God.
I have a recurring dream where a plane crashes and my grandpa is drowning and I'm trying to save him, but a little kid is also drowning. And every time I try to save both of them, we all die. And every time I save him, the kid dies. And every time I save the kid, he dies.
Oh,
And I know, it's definitely like a trolley problem dream.
Yeah, that's what I was
when
thinking.
I die, I wake up and I'm back in the plane, and it lasts hours.
Oh, God.
Oh God.
Hate that for you.
I've also tried doing nothing. That doesn't work.
Damn. Anyway, music. Hobbies.
Yeah, let's hear
I was gonna say, so even though Ruby copped out about the sleeping thing, one day I'm gonna get you to talk about campfires or
Oh,
camping.
that's gonna have to be the whole episode if we
Yeah.
talk about camping.
And that's fine. We can do that some other time.
Guys.
Yeah. So I want to bring up Misha's love. Well, I mean, it's up to you. You can talk about something else, but I figured one of your big things is, and I'm interested to know how you even got into music. Like,
Let's hear it. Let's hear about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Wait. I just had a good idea for an episode.
Uh-oh.
What if we all go camping and we record an episode by a
You don't
fire
understand.
side?
Bro,
You don't understand. I would be so fucking down to do
Dude.
that.
I'm
Dude.
dying.
And we can go
Please,
fishing, and we can drink
can we?
beer, and we can make s'mores.
You can't
Yeah.
say that shit to me and not mean it. Like,
No,
Alright,
I
well-
mean it, man.
All right, so Misha Big Bucks, you funding this?
What? Whoa, wait. Hold on.
I have all the camping equipment. I can.
Yeah.
I can do that.
I'll pay for the
No.
food.
So hey, donate down to our Patreon
Oh
down
my
below
God,
if you
send
want
us
us
on a
to
camping
unlock
trip.
the camping trip.
Dude, we could bring our fursuit heads and like
we
be
have
the
to
lids
do
and
content.
We could scare
You know
the
what
neighbors.
This is conducive to, though? This is conducive to the I need to get a laptop that we can do remote recording for, because I want to do that for the Anthrocon. Hopefully the Anthrocon panel will have.
Oh, I have
Uh,
a Mac we can use.
all
I know
right.
you hate
can
Macs,
start
but
with
like,
that. I mean, as long as you can record and we can use the equipment to record, like probably wireless lav mics, to be honest. And then we would just grab what somebody here has to have a fucking DSLR that we can take camping with us.
true. I don't have a
And then-
DSLR.
We'll just have to maybe drag a friend along to be a videographer for a little bit.
Yeah.
Whoever catches the
Anyway,
video.
for real this
yeah,
time.
that would be really fun. But yeah, you can talk about Yu-Gi-Oh if you want. I don't care.
Yu-Gi-Oh's in a rough spot right now.
Oh no. Okay.
So there's a thing called Tier 0 for like a tier list.
Mhm.
And Tier 0 is like broken deck. You need to run it in order to have a chance to win. And we
Oh.
have like a way to gauge if a deck is Tier 0, and it's like how much it's represented at a tournament. So like in top 32, if over 60 or 70% of the decks are that deck, then it is a Tier 0 and, something needs to be done. Usually, like, Konami releases an emergency ban list or, like, some other shit happens. But, so, there's a deck called Snake Eyes right now. And there's Pure Snake Eyes and Fire King Snake Eyes.
Okay.
83% of the top 16 at this last regional was some variation of Snake Eyes. So we're in a Tier 0 format, and to make it worse, the deck is like over $1,000 to build.
So if you actually want
Yeah.
to play and be like competitive, you're required to drop $1,000. But most people aren't
Yup.
really making money off the tournament. So like, why would you put
Yup.
$1,000 into something and to run a deck that you don't necessarily even want to run?
Exactly. Yup.
The point of a guard game like that is to have multiple strategies to allow you to run something that is different than others and not have a meta where you're required to do something because it kills individuality.
Yeah.
At that point, you're literally just you're playing RNG and hoping you get your shit before the other person does.
Yeah, basically.
Sounds like there needs to be some bans.
Yup. I smell a ban list coming soon, or a ban update, I guess.
Banned.
I'm over here playing a deck called Magispectors, which are like little woodland familiars that are able to make spells. They're all wind spellcasters, so they're just little guys, and I love them. And they all can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects, and nobody ever reads that. So they try to destroy them, and I just tell them they can't.
And then you read it to them, and they're like,
And then, yeah, exactly. It's like bottom of the card, man. Yeah, there's a joke that like Yu-Gi-Oh players can't read, and it holds true. But like the fact that every card is like an essay doesn't help because there's so much shit to read. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's in a rough spot right now. Pokemon is going okay. We're right before a rotation, which is where like you can't use older cards. And so we're getting a new wave of like cards we can't use. That happens April 5th, I believe, a day before my birthday. And fucking, so I'm just kind of waiting for that to happen before I really build any decks or play very much on that. But yeah, music. I write music and I play music and I play woodwinds if anyone out there didn't know. I don't play bassoon though. Bassoon's the one I don't play.
you play violin.
No, that's not a woodwind. That's a string instrument.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
wood.
No, but like wind. We're missing the wind part.
I know. You could blow.
Shut up. God.
I'm just yeah.
Nah, you're
Please
good.
continue.
Apollo just booted up like 3 different things, and now he's playing Smite. All right, good for them. It's them.
Oh, I should reach out to Apollo and play some more Smite with him.
Oh, have you guys played together?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Apollo. They're great.
They're cool.
We played
I
Apex
played a lot.
once, and we had to end because like mid-round, my dog decided to throw up on my bed.
Oh, great.
Circling back to Ruby's "dogs are stupid" thing, that was a certified dogs are stupid moment.
I feel like my cats cough off a hairball every single night.
It's great.
Great when you find it in the dark with your foot.
Yeah. Oh God, I bet that's just magical.
Yeah, I would say it ain't as bad as back in college. My cousin who I used to live with had two dogs, and waking up and going out and accidentally stepping in dog shit is way worse than any sort of vomit or hairball or anything.
Okay, this is gonna be absolutely disgusting, but you're gonna know exactly what I mean. Your foot does that little slide, and you just know. you just know. It's the worst feeling imaginable.
I'm still fucking eating too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But no, so his first dog that we got, the shit never stank. She'd poop in the house and we wouldn't unless we visually saw it, we just wouldn't know.
Oh man.
It was weird. But the other one, holy shit. Literally, if he stank, it like fucking stunk out the house.
Dude, that's how Maple is.
But I'd be in my room, like it's happened, it happened a couple times, very unfortunately. But like, after that initial like stank, it'll chill out until you step on it.
Oh yeah, you like,
and then you're like, ugh.
Yeah, it's so much
like
worse.
you already got like something not great on your foot.
Yup.
And then it's immediately followed by that smell, and your brain just sends off all of the you need to go vomit now.
Oh,
You know what gives me the powerful ick?
Oh, let's hear.
Peanuts, but when they're like shriveled up and black.
What?
Oh.
Pistachios too. You're eating pistachios. You see one, it looks a little sus, but you're like enjoying the pistachios. You're like, fuck it, you eat it. Ruins the whole bag for me.
Oh yeah, like you ever eat like a slightly old like pistachio or sunflower seed, where they're just a little bit off.
Oh yeah,
And that really bitter, awful taste that they have. Yeah, that I immediately have to stop usually, and then I wash my mouth out, and then it's like, well, I'm fucking done eating that for a minute.
Yeah, right. God, there's always one of like whatever you're enjoying. There's always one that's just like booty.
Oh god,
It's like,
why
man,
are peanuts like objectively really fucking good, but like the least favorable nut in a mixed nut. Like,
Dude, they're so good.
because I love peanuts, but like there's so many, and I get to a point where it's like, no, I want a pecan or a pecan. I want an almond. I want a walnut. Give me a macadamia nut. I'm trying to eat all these other things, and then like at the end of it, it's like there's so many peanuts left over, and I'm suddenly like, look, I fucking love peanuts and peanut butter, but like, why do I not want these?
Yeah.
Bro, what a fucking tangent. By the way, how's your wind instruments?
They're good. I'm only playing flute this quarter. That's going well though.
Can I ask you if that's a favor of you after this?
What's up?
I'm gonna hold on to it, but
subscribe to our Patreon to find out what Solus's favorite.
No, I was gonna ask you, like, have you recorded your own like playing of an original like piece?
Yes, actually.
Would you put it in the episode and I'll just react to it in the afterbark when this comes out? We'll watch it on the premiere and then I'll talk about it in the afterbark.
Maybe?
Just,
I might find like a snippet of it.
Like something you're proud of. I want to hear something you're proud of, Misha. That's what I'm asking.
There's a flute piece I did called Spy Chase, and that has a lot of like extended technique. Well, not a lot, but like one of the things you could do on flute is sing while playing. So like you can sing one note and play a different note and make a harmony, or you can sing the same note, or you can sing an octave above and below.
Yeah, I'm harmony challenged.
Oh no.
So there's this there's a conundrum when you're a twin, where if you grow up singing together, you like can harmonize really fucking well. But unfortunately, I have a tendency that whenever I'm singing, I can only harmonize.
Oh no.
No.
So I'm stuck in harmony.
You're stuck in harmony. You can't do like the up and down. What's that called, Misha? When a bunch of people do like the same note or like the same word, but it's one's lower, one's like higher, and just kind of like it's like on a scale.
Unison? Octave?
I don't know.
Third?
It's not a harmony. I don't know.
But like in choir class, when I'm
Tritone?
supposed to be singing the altos, I just keep harmonizing, and they're like, "Stop! That's not your part."
So
God.
there's the Sky piece. Like I think it would be cool to hear it. I want to also like have a reason to listen to you, like something you've done, and also like celebrate it.
Yeah.
So if you could,
I have my senior recital coming up in like May, where a bunch of people are going to be subject to my music. So that's exciting and nerve-wracking. Yippee! But yeah, Spy Chase is cool because it was like a solo flute piece I wrote during COVID where I was just kind of like messing around on flute, seeing what stuck. And I just came up with that. One of the like notable, really cool parts of it is I play a high A and I hold the high A, but like the singing is like and like goes down.
Cut that the fuck off.
Oh, did it? It's like a buzzing. You buzz the note and then you slowly buzz like down, like you go do, but like buzzing. And it does really weird things when you're just holding a high A on flute. Cause like the note like doesn't know what to do for a second and then like slowly goes back up to a high A again. It sounds really cool. So I might include that part of it. I'm not sure. I gotta listen to the recording
episode, and I hope not this Friday, but next Friday I get to hear it.
Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, because it'll be okay. I thought you meant like play flute in the afterbark. I was like, no.
No.
Doing that.
Put it in this episode.
I do want to do live transcriptions on Twitch though. So like transcribing is where you like figure out what someone's playing and you write it down. You have to do it for jazz juries a lot, where you'll find a jazz soloist and you'll transcribe their solo and then you learn it and figure out what they were doing and like learn little licks that you can use later. Cause like playing solos a lot, 99% of it in jazz is improv. So you get D7 and you got to figure out what to do with that. And so learning little licks like that is super beneficial, because if you think about it note by note, you're going to struggle, and it's just, you don't have time to think about each individual note. So once you start learning strings of notes, someone described it to me like it's like words. You know, you string together letters in words, and then you string those words into sentences, and now you're speaking fully. In jazz, it's the same thing. You got a bunch of notes that you string into a phrase, and then you put that. Well, you got a lick, and then you string that lick into a phrase, and then you're set. And then you learn it in all 12 keys, and now you have a lick.
That's crazy. So my uncle's a guitarist, and I actually learned a little bit of guitar back in the day.
Nice.
And he made the comment of, you know, being able to play music off of sheet is fine, and it has its own benefits and reasons why. Even if you're a self-taught guitarist, and this goes honestly, I'd say with any instrument, being self-taught has its own benefits, and he really liked, as what you're saying, more or less transcribing, but like learning by listening.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can identify a chord or a set, like what's the bass chord, the bass note behind something, and you do this enough, you'll know what you can like work from that bass note or that bass chord into other bits to, like you say, like suddenly do a freestyle solo on anything.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
You know what transitions well, what will sound well, and you can make it unique on on kind of like a freestyle level. Obviously, like again, like there's benefits to reading music and stuff, sheet music and all that. But he always said it, or he always sat down and was just like, just listen and try to figure out songs. It's incredibly beneficial for your own playing, and you can then eventually develop your own play style off of that too, and like write your own music too.
Yeah, there's a whole like learning music theory and learning how to read sheet music are very hot topics in the music world, because it's like there are some snobs that are like, you have to learn to read sheet music and you have to learn all of the theory imaginable in order to make and play and write good music. And like, I slightly disagree. I think a goal you should have is to learn to read the music, because then it'll open up a lot more opportunities. But if you can play by ear and it sounds good on you. You know, you are still you're not making any less music than someone that could read sheet music. You are still out there making music.
Right.
And same goes with the music theory. You know, there's people out there that write music and they're like, oh, I wrote it because it sounds good. And it's like, theoretically, they don't know what they're doing. But dude, if it fucking sounds good, it sounds good, you know? Like, I was listening to something that one of my, at the time, friends made. And like, they threw in a 5-tuplet. They don't know what a 5-tuplet is, but they did it, and it was cool. And like,
that's great.
Yeah.
Like, as somebody who knows the technicality behind it, you're like, that was cool. Like,
yeah.
And your friend's just like, oh, it sounded good.
Yeah, and
so
it's like, they'll like, boom, flat 13 chord, and they're like, it's like, holy shit, that sounds really good. I was like, what did you do there? And they're like, oh, I don't know, I did this. It sounded good. And it's like, fuck, dude, hell yeah. I will argue that knowing the theory behind it can help with like making the music and help you replicate it, especially because like if you don't know what you did that time, it's going to be really hard to make it again. But you still did it, and it still sounds good. So again, it goes back to, you're not making any less music by not knowing. And then there was one more point I wanted to make involving music theory, and I can't remember it. It just left my mind. Shit. Dude, I don't know. It just left. Damn. I was on a roll too.
You were. That's exactly what I was hoping for.
Hell yeah.
And guess what? We can always come back to it. I don't know how long this episode is going to be. It says 105 on recording. Do you want me to talk about myself, or do we want to say, you know what, there'll be a future part 2?
You can talk about yourself.
Ruby, how you doing on time?
I gotta get going. The dogs are still barking downstairs.
How about we just finish this up here and we just talking about hobbies and stuff, and I'll start off with me and my weather shit or something. Okay. And then, maybe we can get around.
That is fascinating that you're into the weather. I never would have guessed.
Yeah, I never thought about that either, but you do bring up weather a lot when we're talking.
I love meteorology, and it's like, especially with severe weather.
I'll make you a scene where like we have a weather scene and you're like a little weatherman.
Dude.
A little weather guy.
All right, let's wrap it up in a neat little bow. Call it a day.
Little bow. So I know I didn't talk about anything, but weather.
Whether
like
Whether or
I
not.
hardly know her.
Or whether or not. I'll just say this really quick. I love whether I'm intrigued. Like, if you ever get me to sit down and talk about it, or like during an active like time, like last night. So again, we went from 75 degrees down to like 20 something last night. Up by Chicago, west of Chicago and suburbs, they got hit by a recorded 11 tornadoes. In February, Illinois had only seen 8 tornadoes in the entirety since 1950. So we doubled our number of tornadoes that touched down last night.
Good.
In the last 70 years.
Oh,
Good
good.
weatherman voice, because you were getting one for a second there.
Yeah. 10 of them, or sorry, there was 11 total. 6 of them were EF0s, so they weren't very strong. But I mean, they were there, and there was 5 EF1s, which can do some building damage. Obviously, like over 7,000 people were without power last night. And then it snowed.
Dude.
So fucking stupid. So yeah, some roofs, car damage, some tree damage. I mean, nothing incredibly like dangerous. It could have been a lot worse, but it's also February. This isn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was just a quick thing I wanted to talk about. Weather is a big thing about me, and this episode's going for a little bit while, so we have to tighten this up. So we will do a part 2 where we talk more about our hobbies, and I'll get a little bit more into my whole I love meteorology kind of stuff, and then maybe some different topics from Ruby, or different hobbies from Ruby and Misha later.
Yeah.
But yeah, whether or not, I
Whether
hope we
or
see
not.
you in the next
Maybe-
video. Goodbye!
Oh my god, that sent me.
Whether or not you're subscribed to the Patreon, we still love you. But for those who are subscribed to the Patreon, thank you to Heartless Hero, thank you to Pip the Badger, thank you to Raze, thank you to Fio Firefox, thank you to Coraline R, thank you to Kai, thank you to Quint, thank you to Carnelian Fox, and thank you to Steam Pony and Ankara. Your transaction is most appreciated. If you could press one of the tip buttons and leave a little extra, you know, for the hospitality.
Can I press your tip button?
Hey,
'Cause
yo.
you definitely did not say tip.
What? Did I not say tip?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god, I
think
meant
you
to say
did.
tip. Oh no.
It sounded like
the
tit.
tip. Just the
No.
tip.
Just a tit.
Just the tit. Not
New merch coming soon. Just the tit.
Just the
the
tit.
It's the
Slapping that.
the bird, like the bird, the tit.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh my god, wait, that's
I'll
great.
put that on a mug.
We should put Broomby on a mug. I think we already said that.
I think we gotta put
Broomby, I want to get keychains of Broomby.
Oh my god, wait,
Oh,
that's so
God.
good.
That would
I
be-
know, Broomby keychains.
Oh man.
We cooking.
We're cooking.
I'm a chef.
So I am excited. I want to, hear this musical piece that you're gonna slap in the middle of this episode, and specifically for this afterbark. I can't wait to talk about it. I want to gush over your stuff. So do the thing.
Well, I was gonna say maybe during the afterbark I'll show off the full thing. I haven't decided yet, but for those of you that are here, hello, hi, hello, hi, hey,
No, you're
hi,
hi.
hello. And
Monkey
for those of you who are listening to this later than the date it was posted, we premiere these live on YouTube every Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then afterwards we do an After Bark episode. This is usually around 5, but it can be a little earlier or a little later. Like last week, it's going to be about like 57 minute episode. This is your warning, Solace. Be ready a little early because we're a little early. Ruby 2, if you would like to join us. It's always nice having you there. Ruby Tuesdays, baby.
I try so hard.
Yeah, you're good. I know you're busy.
We were joking that like it's almost beneficial because Broomby is more popular than me.
No,
but I miss you though. I fucking miss you.
Yeah.
You're great.
I
I
know.
love talking to you.
Broomby's better than me.
No.
I freaking teared up in the other episode that just premiered. It'll be 2 weeks by now, but I was talking about like the love episode, and you're talking about our
yeah,
bonds that we
that's a
have,
sweet
and I was
episode actually.
Episode of
I was
love.
like actually getting a little emotional because I was like, oh my god, I
Hell
love Ruby. Also, by the way, I just gotta throw it back at you. Hey, you want to try that over, bud? I fucked up the
Ayo.
intro,
What?
and you fucked up the outro.
Oh.
You got the fucking baby.
God damn it. All right, bye, guys.
Catch us at the live stream. Bark, 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 bark,
Bark, bark, bark, bark, bark.